Okay, so I made a video the other day about kind of going into detail about my friend's experience getting sucked into an MLM and ultimately ruining the friendship and the apartment that we lived in. There's a longer video on that on YouTube and on TikTok. But with regards to books, there's a couple books that came into the apartment that affected that dynamic and was a red flag. And I think I would like to bridge some of the gaps between the romantasy genre people and the high-minded litro, which I'm part of, people. And I think we can all mutually agree that there are some red flag books outside of our respective communities that we can all look down upon as potential red flags. Should we enter the apartment of anywhere or a house and see them belonging to friends, loved ones, or family members, whomever? So here are 5 books. Here are my takeaways. 2 of them actually did end up in my apartment as the first red flags. The first one being Who Moved My Cheese? This is a fictionalized tale, kind of childlike tale of 2 mice, and is really meant to introduce MLM prospects onto the concept of getting people into whatever group the MLM is marketing to. So usually with these groups, they're trying to get a coffee meeting going, and they will slide that book across the table and either lend it to you with the intent of getting it back so they can get you for a second meeting, or they'll just give you a copy. But this is the first primer. If you see this, red flag. Secondly, on network marketing, Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki reached critical acclaim for Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but this book was kind of more of a cash grab. This introduces the concept of network marketing. What is that? Network marketing, in my opinion, is the undermining of the social fabric of the United States because it pretty much puts their adherents in the MLM in the position of this little constant marketer that is cold approaching people under the guise of friendship or trying to be business coaches, but really they're just recruiting and trying to lure you into their MLM. And these books like these kind of justify that behavior. Third, we're going to go with Empire of Freedom, the story of Amway. No more needs to be said. That's the story of Amway. It's the granddaddy of all MLMs. But again, if you see it, red flag. 4, Atomic Habits. We're going to go with Atomic Habits because this one festoons the corporate boardrooms, corporate offices, and private residences of MLM people all across America. And it's really basic advice about changing your habits incrementally to create change in your life. I mean, it's not really ground-shattering stuff, but it's still in that self-improvement culture that permeates everything and is really drilled into in the MLM world. And finally, I'm going to make a special exception here. How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is a very hallmark piece of literature work by Dale Carnegie. Not that it's inherently bad on its own, but it is often used as the backbone to support these types of organizations. So if you see any of the 5 aforementioned books, be warned. Might be an MLM in the mix.